Hello everybody, welcome to Brave the Wild. Christopher here. I want to show you guys a very detailed potential defect in 2025's most popular budget four-season one-person tent. I don't know if this applies to the two-person, but it certainly applies to the one-person. I will say that this is the Stella One by One Tigris four-season tent, and I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. But I'm going to get right into the details right now to see if anybody else in the community has had this same issue, or if you are thinking of buying this tent, this is going to be a solution to something that you may consider to be a problem. I consider it to be a problem, and you might as well. So, as you can see here, the cross pull, no problem. Everything's pulled nice and tight here. However, here's the issue that I encountered. When I put the fly on, it's got these little clips here, and you line those clips up like that. You line this clip right here. Now, the problem that you may be able to see here, and I'm just going to turn the camera, is that where this ends up on the fly when you pull the fly over is no longer on the place that they've reinforced. My assumption is that this cross pull is supposed to sit on the reinforced section of the pull, or at least on this section, and it doesn't. It sits very close to the zipper on a less reinforced area. So when you go to pull the fly over the tent, and I'm going to see if I can do this while I've just got this camera in position here, even when I pull the tent, pull the fly taut, guy it out, all that stuff, it still sits in a very unsupported section. Now the next clip you're going to see is my solution, but before I get into that, the cheapest solution would be to put some reinforcement here. Either maybe a piece of gear aid tape, or even a cloth or whatever, and that's gonna be your cheapest option. So the next clip you're gonna see is my solution, and I'll talk about why I did that and how I did that. Okay guys, so here's the solution. Right here is the original pole. This one here is a different size, different diameter. I just got this from one of my spare tents that I have. And as you can see, it is significantly shorter. Now there's a compromise here, and I'll show you what that compromise is in a second. But this is still a relatively inexpensive problem solve if you want to do it. If you care. If you don't care about where these ends sit, then hey, then you're great. It's a great tent. But I do care because I wanted it to be more reinforced, sitting on the spot that it's supposed to be sitting on. So here's the thing. I've lost a couple of inches. So what that did here is my compromise is it doesn't pull this as tight. But as you can see here, this is not really going to affect me. The head height on this tent is phenomenal. There is tons of headroom on this tent, especially for a one person. I'd say it's a 1+. It's quite roomy. So this to me is not really a big deal. Now, check out what happens when I go and put the fly back onto the tent. You're gonna see where this is going to sit now. It looks like, from here, it looks like it's sitting far away. But as you can tell, once this gets stretched out, it will now be sitting on the proper place. And I'll see if I can show you here. So now as you can see, this is sitting, this triangle right here is the reinforced area. It's sitting on that here, and it's also sitting on that right here. You probably can't see the angle. But what that did was a couple of things. It lowered my fly a little bit more. It allowed me to get it closer to the ground by, I don't know, maybe a centimeter or two, which isn't huge, but when you've got wind and snow whipping up, that can make a difference. And it also did the most important thing, which is put the center pole on the reinforced area. So I hope this helps you guys out there in the backpacking community, camping community. If you decide to get this tent, it's a really, really good tent, but I think that's just the one small defect, and I use the word defect lightly. I would say that's the one small defect that One Tigris has. I reached out to them. There wasn't really much they could do. I wasn't expecting too much, so I don't really hold anything against them. This is a fantastic tent, you guys, and I hope this helps you get out and brave the wild. God bless.